UNESCO is publishing a report on the potential of mobile technology to promote literacy. What has the study found so far?
Well, first of all, the study has found that mobile technologies are a viable and legitimate access to text. Many people express doubt that small screen, monochrome devices can be used to access full-length books and stories, but we have strong evidence that people throughout the developing world are doing that, and these are often people who have limited access to other educational opportunities.
Mobile technology presents particular advantages in terms of accessing texts in developing countries. What are those advantages?
Absolutely. In terms of cost, the price of a mobile book is usually between 2 and 3 cents if it's an open copyright book. The cost of a comparable paperback is about $10 US. That means the mobile reading is about 300 to 500 times cheaper than reading a physical text. We also know the physical text is very difficult to distribute in remote areas where illiteracy rates are low, yet mobile devices have penetrated in these areas. The United Nations now estimates that 6 billion people have access to a working mobile device of some sort. And to put that number in perspective, about 4.5 billion have access to a working toilet. So the possibility to reach people is unprecedented.
The report seems to indicate that women, although there are more illiterate women in the world than men, that women actually use mobile devices to read a great deal more than men. Could that actually be used to promote literacy among women who've tended to have higher rates of illiteracy than men?
We certainly think so. This is one of the significant findings of the report, is that women and girls tend to do a lot more reading on mobile devices than men. That being said, there are a lot more men who dabble with mobile reading. They read smaller amounts. We know that worldwide, women are far more likely than men to be illiterate. 2 out of every 3 illiterate people in the world are women today. And we also know that women are far less likely to own mobile technology than men. So one of the findings from this report is that if women had more access to simple mobile phones, mobile devices, ICT in general, that we think that that could be a way to combat illiteracy in populations of females.
Are governments and international organizations, whether governmental or not, taking advantage of the potential of mobile technology to promote literacy as part of the effort for education for all, for example?
It's a good question, and unfortunately, from what we've seen, not really. For the time being, very few governments seem to be using this portal as a way to access books and stories and education more generally. However, we think that this report calls attention to what is currently an underutilized potential, that this is a cost-effective vehicle to improve education nationally, locally, so forth.
What sort of recommendations could UNESCO make, or what sort of work could UNESCO itself do in order to use that potential?
Sure. One of my favorite findings from the report is of the people who we surveyed. About 1 in 3 use their mobile device to read books and stories to children. That's good for the adults, it's good for the kids, it's good for society. Yet, to our knowledge today, a portal does not exist that would allow an adult, a parent, a caregiver to easily access books and stories appropriate for young children. We would like to see the creation of such a portal, and I'm hopeful that UNESCO will be able to lead in this area, and that sometime within the year we'll be able to access such a portal that can be accessed by people worldwide free of charge.
In their own language, hopefully.
I hope so.